Today, we're going to talk about something really profound, a connection that sits right at the center of our daily lives. And that's the link between our stomach and our heart. It's a relationship that goes so much deeper than just nutrition. It really touches the essence of our physical energy and even our spiritual clarity. So let me ask you something right off the bat, a question for you to just sit with for a moment. Do you control your appetite, or does it control you? Honestly, the answer to that can tell us so much about how we move through our day. All right, let's dive into the first piece of this puzzle, the physical connection. It's easy to think of our bodies as just, machines. But what if we saw them differently, as a vessel, a sacred vessel that we've been trusted to take care of? Now, it's so important to be clear about this. Food itself, it's not the problem, not at all. Food is a blessing. It's the fuel we need to live. The real challenge, the thing we all grapple with, is excess. That's where things get tricky. And this brings us to this incredibly powerful piece of wisdom from the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. He said, "The son of Adam fills no vessel worse than his stomach." Wow. Just think about that. This isn't just some diet tip. It's a deep, deep statement about self-control and what happens when we lose it. And you know what's so fascinating? Modern science actually echoes this ancient wisdom perfectly. When we constantly overfill that vessel, the effects are so real. Overeating messes with our hormones, which leads to those awful energy crashes and cravings. It makes us physically tired, that sluggish, heavy feeling after a big meal. And it creates a real mental fog, making it just hard to focus, hard to think clearly. But the impact doesn't just stop there at the physical level. This is where we see how what we do with our bodies builds into something so much deeper. This is the spiritual consequence, what we can call the heart's echo. Think of it like a chain reaction, a set of dominoes, and it all starts with that one simple act of overeating. Which of course leads to a heavy stomach. We've all been there. We know exactly what that physical weight and discomfort feels like. And that physical heaviness, it doesn't just stay in your stomach. It translates directly into a spiritual state. It leads to a dull heart. So what exactly is a dull heart? Well, remember that mental fog we just talked about? This is its spiritual twin. It's the state of lethargy where our prayers can feel distant, maybe even robotic. Our hearts just become less sensitive, less open to hearing wisdom. The physical state literally shapes the spiritual one. It really all boils down to this single, powerful idea. What you eat shapes how you worship. A daily, kind of mundane act is completely intertwined with our most sacred moments. And this idea of accountability is beautifully reinforced in the Quran, where it says, "Indeed, the hearing, the sight, and the heart, about all those one will be questioned." I love this verse because it expands the whole idea of consumption beyond just food, right? It's a reminder that we're accountable for everything we take in, what we see, what we hear, because it all shapes the state of our heart. Now, hearing about all this accountability might sound a little heavy, but the path forward is actually one of total empowerment. It's a call to become more conscious, not more restrictive. It's about finding lightness in both our bodies and our spirits. So let's just flip the script for a second. Let's look at the alternative. When we choose moderation, when we cultivate a lighter stomach, the result is exactly what you would hope for. It leads to a lighter heart, a heart that's more awake, more sensitive, and more truly present in those moments of reflection and worship. Physical lightness creates spiritual lightness. You see, this is so much bigger than just a single meal. It's a principle for how we can lead our lives. It's all about making conscious choices and living with intention. So let's take a moment to really let this idea sink in. I want to invite you now, wherever you are, to reflect on this next line with me. Let it be a quiet commitment, whether you say it out loud or just in your heart. If you can lead your appetite, you can lead your life. Just let that sink in. It's such a powerful reminder that mastering this one area can create ripples that touch every other part of our lives. And so, we'll end with a final question to take with you into your day. This isn't about making some massive, dramatic change. It's just about one conscious step. What is one choice you can make today to lighten your vessel and, in turn, lighten your heart?